Hi, I'm Jackie Schollerman.
And I'm Chase Poole with the Schollerman Group of Coldwell Banker. And we're here today discussing a couple questions that I see from our sellers, especially when they're thinking of selling a home. And so one question that comes up often is, Jackie, how long is it going to take to sell my home? So I'm just curious, what would you say to somebody who's asking, how long does it take?
That's a great question, and it can be varied. It can be anywhere from, depends on what the condition of the house is. It can be as short as 1 week, or it can be 5 or 6 months, depends. But on an average, it takes about 2 to 4 weeks to get the house prepped up and get it on the market. And that typically is 2 weeks to paint the house, do the interior, exterior, and really make it look beautiful so that when the buyers are looking at your home online, it really captures their emotions and they want to come and see the house.
Okay.
So another 2 weeks for the seller to prepare their disclosure packet. While they are preparing their disclosure packet, of course, we will be guiding them through the process of what needs to be done. During that time that the sellers are doing their disclosure packet, we can do our staging and also our photography. And then once we're done, that typically takes somewhere around 4 weeks.
Okay.
Once we launch it into the market, it typically takes us somewhere about 7 days to 10 days to go into escrow, to take the offers and go into escrow. And then depends on if the buyer is coming with a loan. Typically, there is 30 days for the loan process. But if the buyer is a cash buyer, we can close a cash buyer within 2 days, 3 days, a week. Depends on how quickly the buyer wants to move in and how quickly the seller is getting out and removing the staging and so forth. So the short answer to your question is that it can be as short as, let's say, 2 months from beginning to the end. But it can be potentially longer, 4 months or 6 months. It really all depends on what is the goal of the seller and what the seller really wants to do and what's really important to the seller. And if the house looks beautiful and there's a cash buyer, we can sell a house in 1 week.
Absolutely. So if you have questions about selling in today's market, give Jackie or myself a call here at the Schollerman Group, and we will set up a 15-minute strategy session to understand what's really important to you in getting your home sold.